Good morning, everybody. I wasn't sure if you guys could hear the birds chirping out there this morning, but it's I think spring has sprung. Um, because it's 60 degrees outside this morning. I think yesterday it probably got in the high 30s, so it's already warmer today at 8 o'clock in the morning than it was all day yesterday. And it's I see it's rained. It's supposed to rain for the next like 3 days, and it's supposed to be almost 80. I don't think today it's going to be that warm, but it's supposed to be in the I think upper 60s today, and then it's supposed to be in the high 70s the next couple of days. So things aren't going to dry out anytime soon, and then it's supposed to get back down to normalish type temperatures middle of the week. Supposed to stop raining at that point. So I think, I'm not sure. I guess April showers, you know what they do. They bring May flowers. So anyway, it is today is Sunday. April, what is today, the 12th? Yeah, the 12th. And yesterday, got some of the machinery out. I could see chisel plow is sitting right there, and over there we got the Cullipackers over there, and so is the soil finisher. Soil finisher's greased. The disc is greased here. Of course, there's really no grease points on the chisel plow. Soil finisher needs, I'm going to have to order a couple of, actually more than a couple, probably a handful of shovels for it, and a spring, and then possibly a couple of shanks. We'll see. We'll see. But anyway, changed the oil yesterday in the 756 and the hydraulic filter. Plan is today is change the oil in this one, 12, and the 684. Just the oil on those, well, on these two, the 6 and the 9, and then the 12 is going to get the oil changed and the transmission, or the hydraulic filter changed in that. The 756 should have been changed a couple of years ago, and in fact, I bought 2 filters a couple of years ago to change it with, and just, laziness, whatever. You think about it and you're like, oh, how you need to do that? Well, then you get busy doing something else. But a couple of years ago, my brother, of course, he uses that to split wood with, and it runs off the hydraulics in the tractor, so it sits and it runs, 3/4 throttle with the hydraulic lever, on it to run the log splitter. And I think a couple of years ago, it was acting real funny. I kind of figured what it was a combination of the fluid being just a little low, and he was kind of sitting on a hill, so that was the problem for the most part. So we didn't change the filter at that point because the hydraulics worked on it, and they're a little slow when it's cold. But I don't know. We just never changed it, So anyway, yesterday I was like, well, I'm going to go ahead and do it. It takes, 15 minutes, I suppose it took me. And boy, I tell you what, it sure made a big difference just changing the filter. Of course, it drains out about a gallon of hydraulic fluid. But it was, well, I put 5 gallons of oil back in it again, so it was already low. Again, of course, it has some leaks, like most of tractors of that era. Those back there, the brake valves leak on them, and then of course when you're unhooking and hooking up the couplers on it, you're always some leaks out. And that one's got a coupler on the back that's got a leak on it pretty good anyway, and not pretty good, but it drips out pretty decently when you have something hooked to the second remote. And of course, was that 3 weekends ago, he was using it on the stalk chopper. And of course that has 2 remotes on that because it's got a hydraulic swing on the hitch on that. So it probably leaked out a bunch that way too. So anyway, That actually, I changed the filter in that, put the oil in it, and the power steering works good in it now. I mean, when it was cold, it was really hard to turn. And the brakes on it are awesome now. I mean, they about throw you over the steering wheel if you're not careful. So I'm hoping that with the 12 likes to make some noises when it's cold, and the hydraulics do. So I'm hoping by changing the filter on that, and hopefully that'll take care of that. I'm not totally sure. I should change the one in the 986 too. I don't have a filter for that. Of course, these three I'll take the same hydraulic filter. The 6A4 takes a different one. And I should probably change it in this one too. I haven't changed this one for a couple of years or more. I haven't changed it since we changed corn planters. I did change it when we used to run the John Deere corn planter on this because that run off the hydraulics, the vacuum pump on it did. So the remote on that was running constantly. When the tractor was running, you had it constantly running. So I think it probably was the third or fourth year we had that. I changed the filter on it, and then we had it for a couple more years after that, and then we got rid of it to get the Case IH one, so it runs off the PTO pump on it. So probably should change this one too, but I don't have a filter for it, which is not a big deal. I just stop at the parts store in town. They handle Wix filters. And so I put in that one back there. So I'm going to put in this one. And the oil filters is what I use. I use Wix oil filters on these tractors too. Because literally the parts store is a block away from where I work. So I just go down there and grab the filters for it. And Wix are good filters. So oil we use, this is actually the first year that we've done this. But my brother works for the local co-op, and he gets a discount on engine oil, or any kind of oil for the most part. So we're using like their house brand 1540. It's a synthetic blend. So we're gonna use that in the tractors this year. In the past we've just bought Farm and Fleet, their house brand oil. Actually, and then the last couple of years I think I just got the farm stores house brand oil 1540. So we used to, when Dad used to change oil in tractors, he would change it. He changed oil twice a year. He'd always put in the spring he'd put 40 weight, straight 40 weight in the tractors, and then in the fall for the winter he would change it over to put 10 weight in them, especially the 986, because we use that one on the manure spreader the last, 10 years that we milk cows, I suppose. And then the 6A4 because we use that to plow snow with. So, and then we also fed the cattle hay bales with it in the winter too. So, I don't think he changed the oil in the other ones. Well, we didn't have the 12 at that point, but yeah, like the 7. I don't know if he did in the 7 or not, but then we just decided that, our mechanic was like, I don't know why you guys just don't run straight or just run 1540 year round in them, and they don't get put on enough hours. I think I checked yesterday, the 756 had about 50 hours put on it last year. And I'm pretty sure that the rest of these two, I think the 986 had a little over 50 hours put on it last year, and so did the 12. So 6A4, the hour meter doesn't work on it, so I can't tell you for sure, but that one probably gets more than 50 hours a year, just because it gets used more in the wintertime than the other three do. So, excuse me. So, anyway, I'm gonna put you down, and we'll just have you guys. We'll probably have some video of us changing oil. Might put the duals in the 1256 today. We'll see, depending on the weather. Yeah, we'll see. I have everything here to put the duals on with. But another thing I'm gonna show you guys too. This is what we kind of deal with every year in this machine shed. This is inside the shed. You see there's water standing back there. There's a puddle here. There's water back over there. And I don't know if you guys have noticed, but we live in a swamp. I don't know where, 120 years ago when my great-grandpa bought the place. I don't know. But this is all swamp. It's all swamp. It's all swamp. And then there's swamp up that field there. That's the field over there that it flooded last year. That's all swamp. It's not too bad up past here. Like up there, there's a little brush pile. That's not bad there. You could farm that. This you can't. Well, anyway, the machine shed's built right in the middle of the swamp right here. Of course, and then over here, there's springs. There's springs and stuff over in the yard over there. It's not too bad over on the other side of the ditch over there by the hay shed. I mean, that's not swampy over there. It's literally like right here. And of course, when you go to find a spot to put buildings, you want to put it someplace you can't farm, so why not just plop her in a swamp, right? So the shed is essentially built in the swamp. Dad built the shed in 1970, and every year we deal with this. Now, probably, I'm not totally sure, but looks like there was a bunch of stuff hauled in here of clay type stuff, but it needs to be all taken out. The shed needs to be straightened. The shed is shaped like a banana. In the middle of it's low because the posts on the sides have sunk in the ground about a foot. That makes it hard to get the combine in. That's another reason why there's water standing here, because we had to dig out to make it low enough so the combine would clear the rafters up in here. So what needs to happen is the shed needs to go up. Like the four corners could stay where they're at. The ends of the shed could stay where they're at, but then like the posts in the center need to be raised up so the shed's leveled back out again. Then come in here with an excavator or a bulldozer and clean all this crap out of here, dig down and put in some, on a breaker run or some shale or something that's going to, something. And then, put some gravel back in here and then do the same thing out here too, get this all cleaned up so it's not muddy out here. So, but anyway, that's enough about that. Hope you enjoy the video, and we'll see ya. Come on. Really? Yeah. Playing in the mud? Are you playing in the mud? We're only using the finest in shop towels around here of old wash towels from the house that are not used anymore because I didn't go buy shop towels yet. So Did you lose your boot?
No.
No. I usually try to fill the new filter, but, well, gravity. And then I usually write on there the date and the hours. So it's 4/12/26, and let me see what we have for hours. Probably 6,400. 63. Oh, okay. 63. There we are. Come on. Now, several years ago, I've talked about this with this tractor before, but we had a little bit of a run-in with the oil plug on this, so I'm always extra careful on this one. I don't know why, but about it, come on, not having it tight enough. Ugh. I still don't know what happened to that. That was definitely a bad deal. Bad deal here. Well, luckily, it could have been a lot worse, though. You can see how it's damp in here. Like the tractor's really sweating because it was cold yesterday and it's warm today. Like the back end of the tractor's all sweating back there. The axles and stuff are all sweating on the tractors. I'm sure it doesn't help much with the environment they're sitting in. Took a lot longer than I liked, and then the oil pressure built up on it. Alright, well, we're through the oil changes on the tractors and the air filters. Boy, this one was packed full of stuff. I was actually quite surprised. But I did brown bale corn fodder with this last year and chop all the corn stalks with it. So anyway, we got that all done, and now we're gonna go put the duals on. I'm just taking it for a little drive. I'm gonna try to clean the tires off and pasture here a little bit. Yeah, we're gonna go get the duals put on this. Calves are enjoying the sunshine today. Cows still have 5 calves, so 2 bulls and 3 heifers. Anyway, well, I suppose next time you'll see, we'll be putting duals on. Back. Tractor up. Yep. Got bump iron? No. Can you go ahead? Oh, no, back. Never mind. It is. I didn't grab it behind. What do you need here? Bolt?
Sure.
No, we're off, are we?
Yeah.
Okay. Which way do you want me to go?
I don't have a clue. It'd probably be easier in the, to go on the backwards. A little more.
A little more? Enough or too much? We get a flip you started there.
How's your hands?
Dirty? Can you manhandle a little more so you get more grease on your hands? Yeah.
Yeah,
Go in there or what?
the bread just keeps telling me I'm barely moving the book.
Let me loosen that one bolt up on top. Let me just loosen the bolt up. Just move it. There we go.
Spin it a little bit. What?
Yeah, exactly. That's, yeah, definitely loud enough. Oh, we got to block the other side up. Oh. Oh, okay. What? Put it in there.
You gotta go in the front. You went a little bit too far. Okay.
Got it?
Okay.
What? That's the last one we have.
I don't know. I didn't. Same one. Did you get it? Okay.
No, it's not all the way in. It's not all the way in, Dad. Glass over here.
Take it for a spin and then do it again.
I guess, yeah. Needs a bath, and then hook up the chisel plow. Probably the chisel plow first. Well, folks, I think I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this video up. We got everything done. We actually got the chisel plow on the tractor now, but I wanted to give a shout out to Franzen Tractor Parts. I called them and they give me a brand new solenoid for the 560. No questions asked, no charge, no nothing. So they're out of Monmouth, Iowa, I believe, where they're from. So if you need any used tractor parts or even new ones, combine parts, we've got parts for them for our combine too, and that's New Holland. So let them know, they can help you out. They'll deliver. Nice part about it is they'll deliver, or they won't deliver, they'll ship it, but they don't even charge you until you get the part. Like if you have it delivered or shipped, they'll send a receipt and you just send a check in the mail. So anyway, that's gonna wrap up this video. See you guys later.